What's one beauty product that you just can't live without?
Is that skincare or beauty?
Anything, like whatever you're obsessed
Anything
with.
that falls under beauty. Anything.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely live with my Kevin Aquan concealer because I don't wear foundation anymore. So I just use concealer under my eye. And that's the one product that I probably have with me all the time that I take to every film set. Number 9. And I've used it. My cousin, who's a makeup artist, introduced me to it probably 10 years ago, and I can't use anything else. So that's that. But also being Afghan, I always have eyeliner on. Like I almost feel naked without eyeliner on. So
you said that you stopped using foundation. What was that process? What was that like? And why did you do that? What made you decide to stop using it?
You know, I think I had a few makeup artists tell me I didn't need it. They were like, you don't need it. You have such great skin. And I was like, oh, but then my concealer doesn't blend. I didn't really know enough about makeup. And I don't even know if I'm doing it right or not, but like, I just like the way my skin feels without it. For me, investing in really good skincare has always been number one. So if my skin feels good, then I feel good. But because I'm Middle Eastern, I always have the dark circles. And so that's really the only place that I like to correct. So I really just use the Kevin Aquan to correct under the eye. And then I kind of blend it out and let my skin be just
It looks great. It looks great. You can actually see the glow in your skin.
That's a little Giorgio Armani sunscreen. That's it's got like a tint to it. So I use the Elta MD's got a tinted sunscreen that I use. So it like still kind of gives it a little bit of a foundation, but it's really tinted sunscreen.
So it's like your skin does look really great. What's your nighttime regimen? What do you do at night? Like getting ready for bed for your skin? How do you prep your skin?
So I go between retinols and then just kind of like heavy kind of, there's a natural product I like. It's Nioka, this shea butter moisturizer that I'll use like if I'm in New York, I will use that at night on top of like a retinol. I like the Sunday Riley retinol, the sleep Luna sleep retinol, because it's not as tough, but I really believe in doing some sort of a light retinol at night. So I cleanse my skin. I have this cool Japanese foaming cleansing thing that my girlfriend Ashley Madekwi recommended once on her Instagram. So I cleanse with that, and then I use like a water on top of that, and then I do the heavier cream on top of it because I don't want to get red and blotchy, and I use the Kiehl's avocado under eye cream and then lots of Vaseline. So I'm like
Vaseline. I do the Vaseline also.
I have like tubes of Aquaphor and Vaseline everywhere. Like it's on my cuticles, it's on my lips. Sometimes I like groom my eyebrows with it before I go to bed. I'll get my makeup up with it if it's like tough. Like I love Aquaphor and Vaseline.
You know, our readers are going to love you because, first of all, we're on like Zoom, and you can still see the glow in your skin. You can still see how great your skin is. So expect everyone to do what you just told us, okay?
I mean, I definitely during the day, I switch to a vitamin C, and I use like a high content vitamin C. I have unfollowed certain influencers because they are at like the med spa every week. And that's just not attainable to me. Like, first of all, who has the time to go to a med spa once a week and get laser treatments and Fraxel and peels and everything that they do? And I just, that's a luxury. Like you have to have, like your face is full time. Like you're like a model. Like I get it. But I mean, as an actor, my face is on camera a lot, and that's still unreasonable to me. And I want to be able to do that stuff at home. So I do invest in good skincare, and I don't get many. I only get like 1 or 2 facials a year.
Okay.
And so I make sure that I'm like just taking care of my skin at home. And so I'll spend extra money on my product because I'm not running to the med spa and I'm not running to get a facial every month.
Yeah, that's great. And honestly, you don't need it. You stay at home and do whatever you're doing. I'm going to ask the next question, which is about, I don't drink, but I like this question for some reason.
Okay.
If you can have cocktails with anyone, living or dead, who would it be? What would you drink? And it doesn't have to be alcohol. And what would be your topic of conversation?
It's complicated, right? Because if I was raised in Afghanistan or even in another country, I'd be heavily influenced by different kinds of literature, right? And I am influenced a lot by the American literature that I read, being raised. And so it's could be a little European centric. And for me, I really loved that time period with Anais Nin and Henry Miller. In France in like the 20s and 30s, where these women were provocative and experiencing the arts for like the first time, and finding and developing their own voices and their own femininity and their own sexuality and their own prowess in their writing. And so I think if I could go back in time, it would almost be into France in the 30s, to be at one of those kinds of speakeasies and having, whatever their cocktail of choice was. I just drink wine. I'm not a big drinker, but like I'll have wine.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to sit with Anais Nin and even maybe Henry Miller, just to kind of pick their brains about that time and how forward they were. That's just the first thing that comes to my mind. There's someone right now that I really admire that I would love to maybe go and have a great New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc with is Jacinda Ardern, just because she's been such a hero in my eyes, not only after Christchurch, the way that she handled the shooting at the mosque, but then even with everything she's done right now during this pandemic, and
right.
leadership skills that she's shown as a woman, just how she navigates all of that, because she seems to do it in a way that's so elegant and refined and strong, and yet remaining soft and clean and clear, so she's somebody present day that I would love to have a drink with, maybe a whole bottle of wine, and talk to her about how she navigates life.